I did Dry January. Did anyone do Dry January? No, I don't recommend it. Yes, I learnt one thing. My friends are fucking boring. That's what I learnt. If I have to look at another baby picture, sorry if you're preg or if you've had a child, but just spare me your shit, honestly. Really good way of not looking at baby pictures, repeatedly and aggressively shout, no! They go away after a while. It's marvellous, marvellous. Did Dry January, I've done it twice now. Did it last year when I was living with mother and father, Dave and Helen, great couple of lads. And, this might be oversharing this early on in the show, but as a result of Dry January, I got a lot of morning wood, shall we say, a little stiffy in the D, as us lads say, don't we? And, a mechanic came round to collect my car, and Mum answered the door. She shouted up, she said, Joe, you got your car keys? I was having a dream about Idris Elba. As is my right. Little tent effect in the pyjamas. Not a full yurt, just a tent. And I tried to suppress it with my hand in my pyjama pocket, but it didn't really work. So what I did is I tucked it between my legs. Now, I don't know if anyone's walked down a staircase with a semi trapped in their gooch. But it's fraught with peril. I got to the bottom step and then I tripped and it sprang out. Sort of baby punching its way out of my mangina. Anyway, long story short, the car's fine, but Mum's not happy. She's not happy. I will be slagging her off later on in the show, so don't worry about that. Helen will be getting it both barrels. Did Dry January again this year for different reasons. I went to the doctor last summer and I was feeling tired all the time and he did some tests and apparently I'm deficient. I'm deficient in vitamins B, D, folic acid and omega-3. And he said, one, eat better because I eat loads of trash, and also go to a pharmacy, get a supplement with all of these in, you'll start to feel better. So I went to Boots. The only supplement that has all of these in is pregnancy support. So I've been on pregnancy support for the last few months, and I tell you what, I feel like a pregnant woman. I sit down backwards onto chairs, I do that one, talk about myself the whole fucking time. I'm a pregnant woman. Sorry if you're preg, I'm going to be slagging you off now. It's just, I'm turning 30 this year, so many of my friends are having kids. I've got a text, actually, which you can use if you'd like. I'm so thrilled with it. If somebody's just had a baby, I'll text them, I'll say, are you sleeping? Because inevitably they won't be, and they go, oh no, I haven't slept for days, that kind of reply, nonsense. And then I'll go back, and I'm so thrilled with the wording of this, I go back and I say, it'll all be worth it when they're softly stroking your hair as you slip into oblivion. It's like Shakespeare, isn't it? Marvellous. Met one of my friend's kids last year. Friend I went to university with, her daughter. I avoided this child for 4 years. She's 4 years old. I'd heard bad things. Met her last year. She's the worst person I've ever met. And I've met Eamon Holmes. I won't use her real name, that would be unfair. Let's call her Mugabe. And she was very... just spoiled, really. We were sat at dinner and she was here and she was kicking me in the legs. And at one point she caught my shin and I went, fuck. She started crying. The mum said, please don't swear in front of my child. I was like, oh, is that your child? I thought someone just condensed North Korea into a small woman, actually. Little bitch. But I've got a goddaughter who I adore. She is 11, and I think she might be a genius because she loves painting, and I've got this office in Birmingham, so I took her to the office to do some painting, and we painted this mural on the wall, and while we were painting it, I said to her, what do you think art is, just out of curiosity? And she thought about it, and she said, well, it's trust. And I said, what do you mean by that? And she went, well, if you trust something's good, then it is. I was like, fucking hell, that's the most profound thing anyone's ever said to me from an 11-year-old. Like, have another go on the bong, what are you going to say next? When the meow meow came out, the thing she was saying, extraordinary.